25% is a good length. Practice, yeah, we can leave it there. 100% AI. Might want to turn that down to 99. Earlier when I was testing, they had quite a bit of crashes. Alright, let's see. Standings. Accelerate through practice. Let's see who tops the practice charts. Looks like it's going to be Midnight Wisps topping the practice charts, followed by the Blackjacks. Only 2 cars to go under 50 seconds. Your bottom 2 are the Oceanics and Balls of Chaos, and the Limers. We'll go to qualifying. See where everybody qualifies.
Drivers, to your cars.
Looks like qualifying will go to the Crazy Cat Size. Slower qualifying times than practice. Again, that's just because of draft. Your bottom 2 will be Mellow Yellow and Balls of Chaos. Top 5, Crazy Cat Size, Team Galactic, Oceanics, Ruby Rollers, and Chocolatiers. So it's going to be... Qualifying really doesn't matter right now because since we are at a super speedway, the draft will play a huge factor. So you can get around this track with damage, and you can still run competitively. There you see Happy Hour. So Midnight Wisps winning practice and Happy Hour, but were unable to qualify in first. They qualified in sixth. And on to the race. Retire. Jump to line.
Drivers,
Might crash
to your
here,
cars.
but if so, that's fine. Alright. We are set to get going. So you got the Crazy Cat's Eyes in first, Team Galactic second, Oceanics third, Ruby Rollers fourth, Chocolatiers in fifth, Wisps in sixth, Speeders and Swarm are in seventh and eighth, followed by Cobalts and the Gliding Glaciers, and then Team Momo and the Rojo Rollers. And we're set to take the green flag. See teams already trying to make moves, coming down to the green flag. Ruby Rollers jumps back in line. Don't want to lose the draft here. See, we're already 3 wide. It'll be interesting to see which lanes work and which lanes don't, and how that evolves as the race goes on. You see the Gliding Glaciers are getting hung out to dry in that top line. Looks like they will be able to jump back in. See, we're already 4 wide. This is not a good place to be. Oh my goodness. Looks like we might have an accident. Looks like everybody was able to keep it clean. Very, very... Yeah, looks like Team Momo is off the pace. They will come down to pit lane. That's unfortunate for them. They qualified well too. The O'Rangers were able to keep going and stay with the pack. So we've got our main pack here. We have 3 lanes forming. Team Galactic, they did start on the outside. They started in P2. Right now we have the Oceanics leading, but here come the Blackjacks and Shining Swarm. Oceanics dives down to block. That leaves their Dodge teammate, the Rojo Rollers, in front of that second line, but Blackjacks come up. Oceanics go with them, although here they come down to block the Shining Swarm. Speeders looking to make a move. maybe Team Galactic can draft up to him. So right now, Oceanic's holding pretty strong. Right now, the fastest lap goes to the Golden Orbs. See Team Momo getting back onto the track. They will be a lap down. They finished 5th last race. That was a very bad rejoin. That's going to slow the pack up just a little bit. See them leading that second pack now. They are a lap down. Golden Orbs trying to get some draft off them. Yeah, unfortunate for Team Momo there. Trying to maybe get their draft back, or lap back. Maybe go all the way up to catch up to the front pack. Although the front pack is slipping away just a little bit. So in this secondary pack, we do have 2 Toyotas. Well, actually, it looks like that third pack has caught up. So we do have 2 defined packs. Last right now, we've got the Hornets and Mellow Yellow. Looking to be hanging back on the back pack. This could be a strategy play. Hang back, let the leaders take themselves out. But don't want to lose the draft. We've got some shakeups at the front. We've got 2 Pontiacs in the front. O'Rangers in the lead. Shining Swarm in 3rd. We have 4 Mustangs in this top pack. That being Crazy Cat's Eyes, Savage Speeders, Blackjacks, and Cobalts. Although here comes that second pack. Catching up. Bumblebees maybe just tad off the draft. O'Rangers content to lead a couple laps here. Not sure what the fuel and tire window is here. I know I set the fuel wear 3 times the normal amount because it is only 47 laps. So pit stops will play a factor. Shining Swarm making that outside lane work, able to hold their position there. And the secondary pack has caught back up. Team Momo, they are back there. Looks like they will not have the speed to get their lap back. Chevy so far not doing too great. Their closest car, oh, we have major shakeups. There goes Shining Swarm into the pits. That would not be my decision. Chevy currently only has 1 car in the top 10. And that is the number 10 of the Hazers. But they do have 3 out of the 4 cars in 10th through 14th. Midnight Wisps and Indigo Stars are back there. Limer's looking to make some moves. Let's go back up to the front, give you your top 10 rundown. We've got the O'Rangers, although top 10 rundown will be not accurate of the situation because we do have teams coming into pit. So looks like the pit window is anywhere from 6 to 8 laps, maybe even 9 laps. Team Primary, haven't said much about them. They are sitting in 2nd place, trying to separate themselves from the pack here. See Savage Speeders and the Rojo Rollers maybe trying to get a run on the O'Rangers. O'Rangers dive down to block. That leaves Team Primary and the Crazy Cat's Eyes up in that outer lane. Yep, here they come down to the pits. They will have a group ready to draft. This is a good pit strategy. If you look at the Shining Swarm, it is not good for them. They went into the pit solo, nobody to draft with. See Ruby Rollers and Team Galactic coming out of the pits. Not sure where everybody is right now. Does look like we are exiting pit lane. Bumblebee's making up a position on the stop. Although, yep, does look like they do make up a position on the stop. We'll see where everybody shakes out. Again, Team Primary, Crazy Cat's Eyes, Midnight Wisps have not pitted yet. See this pack, Shining Swarm was able to find somebody to draft with. They pitted solo, but it did work out for them. I think that will be your first place pack. Those cars are not on the side, are not going a lap down. See the golden orbs holding up this inside line. Blackjacks have had good pit stops the last couple races. Allowed them to get good track position. But bad luck caused them to DNF last race. I heard scraping. Does not look like the caution is out. Team Momo coming into the pits again. They were involved in contact with the O-Rangers. No accidents, no real accidents so far. When they come to the start-finish line, we'll see where everybody is and who made up good time on green flag pit stops. See where everybody bunches up. Not sure if Crazy Cat's Eyes and Team Primary have made their pit stop yet. Looks like they have. O-Rangers sticking their nose down in there. See Team Momo exiting the pits. Team Momo, I think that would put them... Doesn't say. When we come back around to the start-finish line, it'll show how far behind Momo is. Fastest laps would be the Bumblebees, followed by the Blackjacks, followed by the Midnight Wisp. Midnight Wisps are back in that bottom pack. If we go to the race, shows that Crazy Cat's Eyes in the lead, O-Rangers in second, Bumblebees in third, although Bumblebees looking to make a pass. Rojo Rollers in fourth, and Team Primary in fifth. Secondary pack is catching up using that draft. Let's go back to that second pack. Got the Balls of Chaos leading it. That inside line of two Chevys. That would be the Midnight Wisps and the Hazers working together. Got lots of Dodges in this pack, along with 5 Fords, although Team Momo is 1 lap down. Again, they were involved in contact with the O-Rangers at the beginning of the race. Golden Orbs. Not much to say about them. They do appear to be catching that pack of cars. Looks like Indigo Stars have made their pit stop. Not sure what happened to them. Well off the pace. Top pack has shaken up a bit. O-Rangers are still leading. That secondary pack is catching up really fast. We're 3 wide here. Rojo Rollers may be looking to make it 4th. Haven't talked about the Midnight Wisps so far, but they are looking to make some moves. They're up into the top 5. They do have the 4th fastest lap of the race. Looks like Bumblebees just ran the fastest lap of the race. But they are on that outside line. They will fall back just a bit. Rangers trying to keep all lanes under control. So we are back into pack racing. See those 2 Dodges work in tandem. Midnight Wisps go down to block. We've got some more green flag pit stops. So looks like you can go 6 to 9 laps on fuel and tires. Should have probably set the pit stops just a little bit lower, maybe at half wear. Rangers out of that top spot. Midnight Wisps are leading. Oceanics dive to the inside. Let's see what the Hazers do to help out their Chevy teammate. Maybe they'll jump up, maybe they'll jump out of line and go with the top car. Nope, they are undergoing pit stops. Unfortunately, not a lot of cars coming with them. Looks like only 3. Oh, nope, here come 3 more, but they'll be too far back to make a big difference drafting. So here are cars coming out of pits. Midnight Wisps are currently in the lead. The Limers have not said a word about them all day. They are looking pretty. They are making a move for first. See who has the fastest lap. It is still the Bumblebees. The Limers have the 2nd fastest lap of the race. And they look to make it into first place. Cars to watch this race, I would say, would be the Rangers, the Midnight Wisps. I wouldn't count out the Crazy Cat's Eyes. Haven't said much about them, but they have been quietly good. And the Bumblebees, I would keep your eye on them. They have been turning fast laps. They work really well in the draft. But in the end, it's all going to come down to who has the best pit crew. And as of recent, it has been the Blackjacks. So, we do not know where everybody shakes out right now. It looks like the Oceanics did have a good pit stop, so they will not go a lap down when everybody's coming to pits. See this group of 4 cars all slowing down. Good pit stop here would put them out ahead of the pack. Not said anything about the Ruby Rollers. Looks like they're currently outside of the top 10. We've had a couple sketchy moments, but not much other than the O'Rangers and Team Momo getting into it. Looks like we've got Savage Speeders had a good pit stop. They made up, I think, 4 positions coming out of pits. Mellow Yellow also having a good pit stop. They've been at the tail end of the pack for most of the race. We'll see where everybody shakes out. Shining Swarm making some moves, deciding where they want to go. We are 3 wide. Here come the Oceanics, coming in that inside lane. Still 3 wide here. Shining Swarm getting that arrow loose. Balls of Chaos loose, pushing them up the racetrack. That'll open up the middle lane. Lots of draft in that middle lane. Oceanics want more of that draft from Mellow Yellow. Bumblebees at the tail end of that field. Question is, where are Midnight Wisps and Team Primary are together. Looks like they are a 2-car breakaway at the front, but expect the other packs to catch up really fast. And if you're the Midnight Wisps and Team Primary, you do not want to be swapping positions back and forth because that does disrupt the draft. If I'm the Midnight Wisps, I'd want to be behind Team Primary, save fuel, maybe go an extra couple laps, maybe eventually cut out a pit stop. See them side drafting off of Team Momo, trying to get that extra speed. Team Momo is a lap down. Oh, it appears they have unlapped themselves. Oh, Team Momo slowing down the Limers. Golden Orbs using Team Momo as a pick. Looks like the 5 car, so that would be the Indigo Stars, is also a lap down. See this giant pack. They've got a long ways to go to catch up to the top 2. Although, here comes the Golden Orbs, looking to make their way into this top 2. Not too far behind. Team Primary out in front, leading a couple laps. We should be seeing more pit stops pretty soon. Not much action so far. I should have messed around with the track I&I and changed the drafting distance a little closer. Midnight Wisps are falling back. Maybe you'll see them get together with their Chevy teammate of the Hazers. If you're Toyota, this is exactly what you want to see. You want to see 1 and 2 working together. Dodge, you are the only one in this top group without a drafting partner. You've got lap traffic of Team Momo trying to unlap themselves. You see Midnight Wisps and the Hazers working together on that outside line. Hazers dive down in front of the Limers. Here we've got this secondary pack of 6 cars. They are currently 2 seconds back. We'll see if they change that coming down to the line. Then you see that tertiary pack way back there. Bumblebees must have had a bad pit stop. They are out in no man's land. You should be having pit stops. Yep, you see the Cobalts diving down into the pits. We've gone green this whole race. So that will put Balls of Chaos up into 6th. They are catching that top pack slowly but surely. See the Blackjacks coming out. Mellow Yellow diving down, trying to make that bottom groove work. Team Momo has unlapped themselves. Hazers going to the pits along with the Oceanics. Looks like they are the only 2 takers on pit road. So that makes the top pack really big now. We are 3 wide. Lots of Toyotas here. Also lots of Fords coming. Wonder what happened to the O-Rangers. They were leading this race for a long time. We are currently about halfway through the race. like we've got 4 takers coming down pit road. They all have good pit stops. That will mean that they will have a pack of 4 cars. But if somebody takes a little longer on pit road, that'll be unfortunate, because that means they will not have the draft. Looks like it's just going to be 2 tires for most of them. Bumblebee's coming out ahead of the Balls of Chaos, making up 1 position. Here come the Chocolatiers. Looks like we've got the Hazers and the Oceanics back on track. Hazers getting right up to that back bumper. Team Momo. Looks like they are still not quite a lap down. They have unlapped themselves. If a caution does come out, it will be to their benefit because they will not be 1 lap down. See this pack of, I think this will be your leaders. We are 4 wide, almost. See them getting real close. Gliding Glaciers hung out to dry on that outside line. See 2 takers on pit road. Gliding Glaciers, they might have a sneaky good car. Haven't talked about them all day. Indigo Stars, I think they are a lap down. Looks like the 12 of the Rojo Rollers have retired. They are done for the day. Wonder if that's a mechanical issue. Indigo Stars are a lap down, as are the... Oh, nope. The Team Galactic is back on the lead lap. So we only have 1 car that is a lap down. So it looks like... Where is that 75? We'll see when they come back around. Let's go up to the top of the field. Looks like we've still got the Wisps in first, so that must have been that secondary pack then. Because this looks like the top pack. Look for teams to get antsy in the second half of this race, trying to make positions. Could turn out bad, although with the field as spread out as it is, could work out fine for the teams who are off the pace. It'll bunch everybody back up and give them a chance to get back into the pack. 3 wide again. Limers on that outside, look for them to dive down into that top lane, get that draft. That second pack is catching fast. Got 2 Pontiacs in the Shining Swarm and the O-Rangers. Going 3 wide, side by side. Blackjack's trying to make it 4 wide. Not really what you want to do here. Oh, Blackjacks are pitting. I think I set the pit wear way too high, because we have teams pitting before it all settles down. So again, this is just a test race, just to make sure production quality is good. Looks like we do have a couple more members joining this top pack. Midnight Wisps are leading. They have now led most of the race. Let's check fastest laps. Looks like it is still the Bumblebees that have that fastest lap, followed by the Limers. Looks like Gliding Glaciers have set the 3rd fastest lap. Teams that are off the pace is just looks like the team with the slowest, fastest lap is the Crazy Cat's Eyes, but they do find themselves in this top group. Look for many of these teams right here in this top group to start making pit stops here. Team Primary better get back up to the Midnight Wisps before pit stops, because they are on the same pit schedule. Hazers might be making their pit stop here. Mellow Yellow haven't said anything about them. See those two Toyotas way up high. Looks like the Oceanics are going into the pits. Coming up on, I think this would be lap traffic here. Although they could, nope. Blackjacks are not a lap down. They are currently in last, fighting to stay on the lead lap. Look at these teams who have just made their pit stops. Key is if you can stay in the draft, you will burn less fuel and might be able to stretch out for another pit stop. Cobalt's going up the racetrack after getting a bump from Mellow Yellow. Not a huge moment. It's like we do have a couple takers on pit road, a couple Chevys. Flyby cam. So the Cobalts, I think they are on, oh, it looks like they are a lap down, but that might shake out after pit stops. Yep, looks like we might have a couple takers on pit road here. We're currently running 3 wide. Who dives down to pit lane? Looks like it is going to be the Limers and the Jungle Jumpers. I don't think the Midnight Wisps have made their stop yet. I don't think the Golden Orbs have either. See that shining swarm car? They are... Looks like can't find them. See what happens when they come back to the line. See the Cobalts fighting to stay on that lead lap, using that draft to their advantage. If a caution comes out here, they will stay on the lead lap. We have 4 takers on pit road. Midnight Wisps have not made their stop yet. Wonder how much longer they can go. See them off the pace just a little bit. That could be tires. Could also be that they're trying to save gas. Running by themselves. This is the pack of cars that is... I think this is the second pack cycling out after pit stops. See if anybody ran a new fastest lap. Nope. See teams shaking out. Midnight Wisps going into the pits. No drafting partners, unfortunately for them. So they will come out all alone. Lonely road down pit lane. Team Momo, they are a lap down. Nope, they are back on the lead lap. They're running all by themselves. They were involved with that contact with the Rangers. Fortunate for both of them, they were able to save it with some good driving. Midnight Wisps are back out on track. We'll see if the pack comes to catch them, or if they are miles ahead of the rest. Looks like there is nobody behind them right now. If they can cut out an entire stop here, it'll pretty much cement them as the winner. Although here comes that pack. They are a little bit spread out, so it could play to the Wisps' advantage. So they are currently in first. Here is that second pack. 2 Fords, 2 Toyotas. We go back even farther. We've got another Toyota. Not a good performance from the Dodges so far. You have to go back to 7th place to find one. And then the next one is outside of the top 10. We also only have 2 Chevys in the top 10. Haven't talked about the Ruby Rollers at all. Don't know where they are. They are currently content to run around with the Chocolatiers. They are the last 2 cars on the lead lap. They are 45 seconds back, although that might have just changed. Interesting. Blackjacks are currently last on the... Yep, they just made another stop. Looks like that pack has caught up to the Midnight Wisps, putting the Mellow Yellow in first. And we've got now, I think that's 3 Toyotas in this pack of top 7. And then we've got that second pack catching fast. Though, looks like we might have teams maybe coming into the pits here. Dodges are strong in this second pack. Toyota is having a great running today. They've got 3 out of the top 5. And the Bumblebees are also closing in. So I think that it is all their cars are in the top 10. Earlier I said ones to watch were the O'Rangers, Bumblebees, and I think the Midnight Wisps. Maybe the Golden Orbs, can't remember. So far those predictions are looking pretty consistent, although the O'Rangers have fallen outside of the top 10 in 13th. Fastest laps, nothing is shaken up here except Gliding Glaciers have set the 3rd fastest lap up from the 4th fastest lap. We've got teams coming to pit here. Balls of Chaos jumping back in line, slotting their car in nicely there. 2-car breakaway, separating themselves just a little bit, not too much though. Yeah, Balls of Chaos would be a sneaky pick. They've hung around the rim all race, just steadily making progress. They are up into 3rd. Haven't talked much about them. They've just been consistent, hanging around with other Dodges such as the Gliding Glaciers and the Oceanics. Looks like they will come into pit lane with a pack of about 5. That would be good for their chances, especially since 2 of them are Dodges. Chevy has not had a strong race. They currently, Chocolatiers are way down in the standings. Indigo Stars are a lap down. The only team that really has cemented themselves as a front runner is the Midnight Wisps. Team Primary has been sneakily good, finding themselves in first and leading a ton of laps. See them coming down to pit lane with a group of 5 cars. Let's see where everybody shakes out. Midnight Wisps are off schedule again. If they can make only one more pit stop, I think everybody else might have to make another pit stop after this cycle, but if the Midnight Wisps can cut out a pit stop, that would put them as your winner, especially if a caution comes out. They might be able to save some fuel. But we'll see who comes out here. They're currently riding behind the Blackjacks, trying to save some fuel. They've caught up to that pack who has just made some pit stops. Look to see them coming in maybe next lap or 2 laps from now. See them helping that Chevy of the, I think that's the Indigo Stars Chevy. They are 1 lap down, about to go 2 laps down. So they should be able to, they should be making their stop in the next 1 or 2 laps here. Can't really go much farther than that. Diving down to the inside, putting that Indigo Stars Chevrolet 2 laps down. Looks like they will be coming in this lap. They might have just played the pit stop game, and they might have been able to cut out 1 pit stop from their total stoppage list. Rangers running by themselves, as is Team Galactic. Looks like they've got slight left side damage. Shouldn't affect them too much. Team Momo, they just have not had the speed today. Got into that little accident there. Fortunate for them, both cars were able to save it. Team Primary running up front, but they do have this second pack led by the Balls of Chaos closing in. Got them fanning out, running 3 wide. See where the Midnight Wisps shake out of this. They are just coming out now. This could be an exciting finish. See them getting up to speed. It's like they are half a straightaway ahead of everybody else. Although with the draft, that will help them immensely catch up. They should be catching up to Midnight Wisps pretty quickly. It's all going to come down to field positioning in these last couple laps. We currently have, wow, I can't do math, 4 laps to go. You see those teams, the Cobalts and the Indigo Stars, making their last stop. Cobalts pitting out of 11th. Indigo Stars pitting out of, they were a lap down, so looks like Midnight Wisps are being reeled in here. They are the only Chevy with a chance at winning here, I would say. See Balls of Chaos take the lead. We've got 4 Dodges on that inside line. Looks like it might be Dodge 1, 2, 3, 4 coming to the line this lap. See other teams making their last stop. If we go green here, I think it is guaranteed that the Midnight Wisps win. Two to go. Balls of Chaos out front. And a team that we haven't talked a lot about all day, the Gliding Glaciers. They do have the 3rd fastest lap of the race. Looks like we've got 3 Dodges running 3 wide. Would be exciting if the podium does end up being Dodge 1, 2, 3. But Dodge is in a great position, although here come the Oceanics to pit. And we are on to the penultimate lap. Unfortunate, most of these teams will not be able to make it on fuel. Right now we've got Team Primary in the lead. Mellow Yellow is hanging around the rim. Haven't talked much about them. Neither have we talked about the Jungle Jumpers. They are currently sitting in third. Again, that Indigo Stars Chevrolet is a lap down. Actually, it might be 2 laps down. Nope. Who pits? Who stays out? Indigo Stars pitting, or Jungle Jumpers pitting out at third. So we are on to the final lap. Will there be any takers down pit road? It's like, if none of these teams pit, it looks like we've got a 2-car battle for the lead between Team Primary and the Gliding Glaciers. Team Primary making their way through lap traffic very well here, using Blackjacks as a pick, although the Blackjacks dive down. So we are on to the final lap. This is it. Final couple corners. Primary is slowing down. Wonder if they're out of gas? Probably not. But that does make the Gliding Glaciers, that would put them in first. Gliding Glaciers miles ahead coming into the final corner. Gliding Glaciers take the lead and the win, followed by the Limers. Strange. And then followed by Team Primary, and then Balls of Chaos. So the Dodge takes 1, 2, and 4, and Toyota getting that podium position. So your running top 10 goes that Gliding Glaciers Dodge, Limers Dodge, Team Primary Toyota, and then followed by Balls of Chaos. They are in that Dodge as well. 5th place goes to Mellow Yellow. Hadn't talked about them all day. They're just hanging around the rim. Crazy Cat's Eyes also hadn't really talked about them. They were in my ones to watch. They were sneakily back there, hanging around the rim. And then we've got Bumblebees in 8th, Jungle Jumpers in 9th. The 51 of the Shining Swarm finished 10th. After that, looks like the in 11th place was the Oceanics, then the Cobalts, then the Blackjacks, then the last car on the lead lap was the Hazers. Looks like the Midnight Wisps finished in 6th place. Oh wait, this might be different. That might be after the race is over. I'll save the replay. Save replay as test Dega. Where is the export results? Beware loud music. Alright, so that was the race. No cautions. Good racing too. Gliding Glaciers shocking in the final lap of the competition. Yeah, Team Primary, they just couldn't navigate through lap traffic.